Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Suikoden 5. In the last episode, we headed up Ranro Mountain in pursuit of our impostor. We found him. He was a lower-class boy named Roy. Hey, that rhymes. And we found him and confronted him, and the first time we intentionally lost to show off one of the bad endings of the game, then we kicked his butt and sent him packing. But as it turned out, he was put up to all of this. Even after Roy and his friends Phelan and Phelan agreed to return their stuff, they dropped the bombshell that somebody had hired them to do this. In this episode, we're going to find out who that is, if you haven't figured it out already. But there is one thing I want to note before we head into Sable, and that is, I discovered something terrible after we finished filming this episode, or the last episode, and that is, our beloved friend and companion Leon has been masquerading this entire time. She is, truly, spawn of the devil. She has 6,666 SP, which means not only is she the number of man in the Book of Revelation in the New Testament, she took it up a notch and basically said, you know what, screw this evil crap, I'm going to go to the next level and just destroy everything. Anyway, let's go ahead and head into Sable. Ah, Your Royal Highness the Prince. Welcome back, welcome back. Heh, those little buggers sure do look familiar. You've captured the bandits. Wonderful. You're really something, Your Highness. And General Adine, thank you greatly for assisting His Highness. I'm sure this could not have been done without you. No, my lord. I take none of the credit. It was all His Royal Highness the Prince's doing. Alright, let's hurry up and show the people. That'll prove that the Prince is... Whoa, hold on. You don't know the whole story. These kids were put up to this. Put up to it? By who? Ah, surely someone trying to keep His Highness and Sable from forming an alliance. What diabolical genius. I, somehow doubt it. The person behind this isn't smart enough for that. But we still have to expose him if we want to clear up this mess. Understood, Lady Sialeeds. I have the perfect plan, so I just need everyone to bear with me. In that case, I have no objections. Thanks a lot. Well, I suppose you'll need somewhere to house them in the meantime. Everyone must be quite tired as well. Use my residence as you please, Your Highness. Alrighty, we will do just that, so let's go ahead and head in. And head upstairs where we can get all these plans figured out. We shall keep them here for now. Sorry guys, I'm sure this is going to be hard on you for... Wow, I've never seen a room this nice. Cool. Me either. So awesome. Aw, stop acting impressed, you guys. It ain't cool. I'll have separate rooms prepared for Your Highness, Lady Sialeeds, and Lady Leon. So, what do you think this big to-do is all about? I don't know. His lordship said something about revealing the truth, whatever that means. Well, I'm looking forward to it, whatever it is. Okay, this is it. Remember the plan. Right. I must apologize in advance, my lady. I lack any experience executing a scheme such as this. Little late to tell me now, don't you think? Come on, you can do this, Dine. Yes, my lady, I shall not fail you. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh boy, she ain't kidding.
Bandits! Bandits are coming!
Hey, Bandit Prince, how dare you attack Sable?
No! Help!
Hold it right there! Yerum Burrows has arrived. People of Sable, I am here, so have no fear. I hope you're ready for me, you bandit prince. I can't believe you've allowed yourself to sink so low, you mean, despicable fellow. What would your poor dead parents think of you now? I will not let you besmirch the name of Velena's royal family any further, so just wait right there, or beware.
Master Yoram, be careful.
I know. I don't need anyone to tell me.
Master Yoram!
What is he doing? I don't know. Beats me.
Master Yoram, are you alright?
Oh, of course I'm not all right! Why didn't you guys hold me up like you were supposed to?
But you slipped. It wasn't our fault.
Quiet! I've heard enough. Now come on. Shoo, shoo. Now then, sorry for the wait. At last, the time has come to punish this atrocious fiend of a prince. With this sword in hand, I shall slay thee!
Get him!
I love this scene. Oh, I've got to imagine the actors who had to do all those voices. I have to imagine they had so much fun with this. I mean, it's one thing to voice act just in general, but when you know that you're hamming it up and that the scene, of course, just totally calls for it, oh, I gotta think they really enjoyed it. Whether it's the Japanese voice actors or the English voice actors, oh man. Okay, anyway, boss time against Yoram and company. This really isn't all that hard, but your party is chosen for you, so this is where having the circle ability or having the circle formation may come in handy, because all those henchmen attack the front row, and if you got Leon and the prince in the front row, you're pretty much good. I mean, you kind of have that anyway because the prince is there, but you know, double protection is always nice. I actually want to go ahead and use Circle's formation skill because we have not done this yet. I don't think for any of them. And this one's actually pretty good. Prevent enemy attack for 1 turn, so pretty much what it does is it puts everybody into unbalanced mode while you just start thwacking things. So, yay, I guess? Although we didn't kill anybody. Oh well. Anyway, free damage and a free turn is good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the first ray of the Dawn Rune on the middle, because obviously there is Yoram. Let's see, Leon, go ahead and do Breath of Ice. I will also want to go ahead and use the co-op attack or unite attack for Phelan and Phelan. Brotherly Love, which is, well, you'll see in a minute. It's kind of odd, but it'll work. Then, Siledes, go ahead and unleash the Funeral Wind because, yeah, we want to do as much damage as possible since our party is a little odd. I think we should be able to take out a good number of the bodyguards this turn, though, including that one. And we froze, I think, 3 of the others, which is nice, although, yeah, you're about to take the Dawn Rune to the face, so have fun. Nobody to protect you. Or maybe you won't, never mind. I didn't think it would shift targets, actually, but there you go, I guess. Oh, well, this will take out at least 2 of them. Probably more than that. Okay, it took out 2 of them, alright. Here comes the co-op attack.
Here we go. Off you go.
Okay, so, well, Yoram exits the scene, and those 2 are pretty close to being done, so we can just auto it out, I think. Yeah. Actually, pretty nice story significance that it's the prince that wins this, and oh my god, look at those levels. Alright, so we got ourselves a Rose Brooch, a Firefly Orb, which will come in handy for a character that we're going to pick up semi-soon, and a Mega Medicine, which is always welcome. Ah! Roy, you idiot! You messed up the plan! You were supposed to lose on purpose and then beg me for forgiveness! This is all part of the plot to sully the prince's name, remember? Ruh-roh. Wait, the Dawn Rune? That must mean you're the werewolf. Oh no! I've been... Now, how did he not notice this when I... well, intended at least, to hit him in the face with the Dawn Rune during the battle when it gets used during the battle. That's just... I don't know. Anyway. Hey, Master Urim, what are you babbling on about? Real? Real what? Master Urim, you make little sense. And who is this Roy you speak of? Oh, Roy? No. I was expressing joy at catching the bandit prince red-handed. Yes, that's it. Perhaps the young master is referring to this gentleman? Come, Roy. Two princes? Oh, great. Yep, that's him. I'm positive. He's the guy who asked me to dress up like the prince and act like a bandit. It was him, everybody. It was him all along. Damn you, Prince! Ah, now it's all clear. The whole thing didn't make any sense in the first place. The prince has all the gold and jewels a guy could ever want. We've been had. First Lord Solemn borrows, now young Master Urim borrows. What is wrong with that family? Their frilly clothes must cut off the oxygen to their brains. I feel like giving a no-good noble a good old-fashioned pounding right about now. No. Please, don't. I'll do anything to make it up to you guys. Anything. This is an even better show than I'd imagined. Lady Sialetes, this was all your doing? You got it. Oh, by the way, do you recall the last thing I said to you? If it weren't for Lucerina, I'd tear you limb from limb? Ring a bell? It looks like the crowd would be more than willing to give me a hand, don't you think? No, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Legs, don't fail me now! That little fop's getting away. After him, pound the frills off of him. Well, that pretty much wraps that up. But we've still got a little business to take care of, and that is the business of the former imposter and his friends. So once we head into the mansion, that's what we're going to be doing. The mob apparently never caught Master Urim. How could the heir to the illustrious House of Barrows commit such a shameless act? After all this, I don't think I'd say they're too illustrious anymore. Stealing the Dawn Rune, plotting to usurp the throne, hatching a bandit prince scheme. Indeed, conduct unbecoming of nobility, to be sure. Why is our nobility rotted to the core? Present company excluded, of course. It's okay, I know what you mean. Indeed, this only renews my vow to never become corrupted by the vices of men. I must offer you my sincere gratitude, Prince Friador. Thank you so very much. All I did was clear my good name. On the contrary, Your Highness, you saved the people of Sable by revealing the truth. Had Sable turned against Your Highness, we would have been isolated. We'd have been fair game for Armes or the Godwins. Dine, you'll go with His Highness, will you not? Absolutely, my lord. I would be honored to serve under a man as fine as he. Excellent. I expect you to do everything in your power for His Highness. At your service, Your Highness. Alright, so Dine becomes a Star of Destiny. You mean I get to fight alongside Dine again? Nothing like a good friendly rivalry. The honor is all mine, Lord Wild. Hey! I guess I'm happy for you noble guys, but what about us? Oh, right. Well, considering how the townspeople feel, we really should punish you. Wait, what do you mean? You said you'd pardon us. Huh, nobody ever said anything about a pardon. However, would you be willing to act as Prince Friador's double, Roy? His double? You mean to fool people into thinking I'm the prince for strategy and all that stuff? But what about her? She said I don't look nothing like the prince. Oh. Well, you look enough like him to serve as his double. Most people don't know the prince as well as I do. That's so, sweetie? Huh, you're still not making sense, but whatever. I know I ain't in the position to bargain, but I gotta ask for just one thing. Please, let these two go. Then I'll be your double or whatever else you want. Roy? No, don't do it. Shut up. Don't forget who's the boss around here. How about it, Prince? Alright, well, just as that first choice on Ranro Mountain matters, and the I was just clearing my good name choice does matter, so too does this one. We have to agree to it, so alright, it's a deal. Thanks, guy. They didn't deserve none of this anyway. And Roy becomes a Star of Destiny. Alright, just make sure you guys return all the loot. That's all I ask of you. No! Phelan? Roy, if you're going with the prince, then I'm going too. Me too, me too. Can't get rid of you guys, can I? Well, I don't see why not. We could use as much enthusiastic help as we can get. Right, Friador? Really? Yay! Prince, we're gonna do our best for you. We're gonna make it up to you for working with that frilly guy. Man, is this really happening? Whatever. And Phelan and Phelan become Stars of Destiny. I will note that if you choose the I don't know option on that third one, you do not lose the opportunity to recruit Phelan and Phelan. You do have to do a little bit of extra side quest stuff both here and on Ranro Mountain after this block of plot ends, so you can still get them, and it's not all that long really, but it does take a little bit extra time, so just FYI. Alright, so now I gotta put these guys somewhere, so Phelan, sorry, you're taking a hike. Dine, Boz, come on with me, please. Thank you very much. Alright, so we just picked up a few party members, so as always, let's chat about them a little bit, shall we? And we shall begin with Mr. Dine. Dine is a pretty solid physical fighter. He's not the greatest in the world, but he's pretty solid. He's got good fighting stats. But ultimately, in the long run, he just doesn't equal up to folks like Richard and, well, George and others. Because his skill access, particularly his epic skill access, just does not stand the test of time. And he's also slow as molasses, so that's not really all that great, which puts him, unfortunately, in the mediocre category. Not super bad, but not super great. He's right there in the middle. Now, in army battles, though, it's a bit of a different story, because Dine leads a 4-star cavalry unit, which is the only other one that we have aside from the Lindworm mercenary crew. Well, they're 5-star, but still, they're good. So, Dine is pretty good right along with them, so you'll definitely want to use him in army battles. Next up is Roy himself. The impostor is, as it turns out, an impostor in more ways than one. He fights with the same weapon as the prince, albeit with a slightly different name. He fights in the same style, in terms of medium-range fighting. And he has, in many ways, very close to the same stats as the prince. They're a little bit less than the princes, obviously, but they're still good stats. But what makes Roy especially intriguing as a fighter is he also has access to all of the prince's epic skills, including the best epic skill in the game, Royal Paradise, which boosts every single stat a lot. We don't have it yet, obviously. We will later, but with that, Roy actually is a candidate to be a pretty darn good physical fighter. Again, not super great, but still, he can be pretty good. Roy has the thief skill embedded in his character, which means that every hit that he makes, he steals pots from the enemy. If you level up the thief skill, he makes more money per hit. That can be very good, especially for money raising and treasure hunting parties, so bear that in mind. In terms of army battles, honestly, Roy is not going to be very useful, mostly because of plot. So just don't really count on him participating in army battles because most likely he won't. Next up is the Wonder Twins, starting with Phelan. Phelan, the chick, is a long-range fighter, the first one we've actually found. Her tech stat is pretty good, which means she could conceivably get multiple hits in. But that's about it, sadly. Her other physical stats are not all that great. Now, to some degree, the lack of defense can be mitigated by the fact that she's in the back row, but when you're fighting enemies that specifically target the back row, she becomes a liability. And any sort of big AoE magic, definitely a liability. So, not the greatest fighter in the world. I seem to be saying that a lot lately. She's serviceable, but we're going to find some folks actually really soon who outstrip her in pretty much every way. One thing I will note about Phelan, though, and this is also the case for Phelan, is that their treasure hunt skills can go up to S rank. That's pretty good, and that makes them a very viable asset for treasure hunting parties, even if it just means sticking them in the entourage, along with, say, the Zweigs and Loreleis of the world. As for Phelan, he's not very good, unfortunately. His co-op skill with Phelan is not really all that great because it unbalances both of them. And he doesn't have very good stats, so I can't really recommend using him unless you want a challenge. If you want a challenge, go right ahead. It's understandable, this game is fairly easy, so it could use some challenge, but other than that, not really. Alright, so that's your characters, and with that, we're done with the Sable arc of the plot. So, I will see you guys back at headquarters. Welcome back, Your Highness. Your Highness! Oh, I'm so sorry, Your Highness. My brother's nothing but trouble. Oh, I'm sorry to have to keep apologizing for my family. I don't know what comes over them. I'll make amends for his misconduct. If it's within my power, I'll do whatever you say, Your Highness. How about a smile, then? A smile? Okay, how's this, Your Highness? It'll work. It hurts the prince to see you with a sad face, Lucerina. After all, you're our friend. Oh, I didn't realize that. I know that you may not believe us. But nobody in this castle thinks any less of you because of your father or brother. On the contrary, we think you're amazing. I didn't realize you all felt that way. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, let's put all that behind us. Wow, very subtle and sympathetic there, Wassel. The important thing is that we've solved the Bandit Prince mystery. It's been a long time, Lucretia. It shall be a pleasure working with you again. The pleasure is all mine. Raftfleet, Estrise, Lord Lake, Lelcar, and now Sable. We have almost half of Felena on our side now. Still, none have been easy battles. Yes, and the Godwins are starting to get desperate now. They'll use any dirty trick they can. If we don't become even more vigilant, we could still come out the losers. No doubt the Godwins feel the same. Prince, you must be exhausted after traveling so far and wide. Why don't you take a long-deserved rest? Well, Lucretia says, hey, go rest. But I say, hey, let's go recruit. And incidentally, we are actually going to do that next time on Suikoden 5. We have a few characters that we can find, and then once we finish with that, depending on how long it takes, because one of those recruitments is pretty long-winded generally, we may very well go on and push the plot forward from there. One thing I will note before we go, though, is the way to move the plot forward is to go into the prince's room and sleep. So if you want to recruit characters, don't go in his room. If you've got anything to decorate with, just hang on to it, what have you, and wait until you're ready to move forward with the plot to do that. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.